हमारे बीच मिस्टर सरदीप सरवन क्रिएटिव सोसाइटी रशिया से आए हैं और सरजी सबरा सर उनका मंच में उनको समय लेने के लिए आमंत्रित करते हैं। प्लीज कैरी ऑन।
Hello, namaste. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Yes, and thank you for Dr. Achilles Kumar. Sorry. So, let's start. 21st century, what's wrong with us? Boundless cruelty, inhumanity have become the basis of our society. Nobody is sure of their safety. Today we still talk about such notions as slavery. Take a look at this number. Military conflicts and climate disaster arise at any time, anywhere in the world. Nowadays, a refugee, a person whose rights are not protected and who potentially may be enslaved, is 100% prospect for every inhabitant of our planet. Dear ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sergio, and I am participant from Creative Society project. Yes, which aimed to create a prosperous and sustainable future for every person and make life of each human a priority. Following this goal, we've been studying all the crises humanity is facing, such as human rights, violation, slavery, healthcare, and addiction crisis, as well as economical, ecological, and climatic situation of our planet. What makes the creative society unique is that bring together expert and interested people who carry out comprehensive monitoring of data, study information from open sources, and analyze large volumes of data in an unbiased manner. This volunteer initiative has grown into a major international movement that is currently represented in more than 118 countries of the world. Also, creative society participants from around the world have studied the crisis of refugees, conducted hundreds of interviews with specialist scientists and the refugees themselves. We saw a terrible picture of today's reality. Based on this knowledge today, I would like to address a very important issue, climate crisis and human rights, and to share the global solution. Today, refugee camps are death camps and concentration camps. There are the realities of the consumerist format of society in which we all live. It's a format of inhumanity, indifference, cruelty, and irresponsibility for what is happening. Have you ever thought about why people are trapped in refugee camps for decades? Why is the existence of the camps around the world beneficial? Why prevent this issue from being solved once and for all? This answer is obvious. Refugees are business, shady business, where the goods are people. First, its refuge are easy prey. They will not be sought. No one needs them, neither the state from the which they are fleeing, nor the host party. Refugees are profitable business that makes a steady profit. They can be sold several times with minimal investment, earning a maximum income. A refugee as commodity that is in constant demand for sex trade, cheap labor, and organ trade. Yes. It is impossible to stop this monstrous business in the consumerist format because there is an endless demand. The climatic raises a human rights issue. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said, and I quote, "Climate change now found to be the key factor accelerating all the other drivers forced displacement. These persons are not truly migrants in the sense that they did not move voluntarily, as forcibly displaced, not covered by the refugee protection regime. They find themselves in a legal void. Due to climate change, we have to expect that in next years and decades, really serious catastrophes with large movement of refugees can actually occur. Ralph Allgeier, press official, Missouri, Germany. Independent scientists have calculated that based on climate disaster progression in the next 1 to 2 years, every person on our planet will be affected by disaster, and within the next 5 to 7 years, life on our planet will be unbearable, and each one of us will be left with nothing. As we all see, the biggest crisis that our people are facing now is a climate crisis. Take a look at what happened in India. Okay. According to Center of Science and Environment data, within the first 9 months of 2023, India experienced extreme weather events of 235 of the 273 days, of a little over 86% of the day. These events claim more than 2,900 human lives, affected 1.84 million hectares, a crop area, damaged more than 80,000 houses, and killed over 92,000 animals. India is already suffering catastrophic losses from extreme climate disaster. Everyone was shocked. The unprecedented heat waves of the 2022, when the heat wave arrived in Asia abnormally early in March. And in 2023, India experienced extremely high temperature of 40 Celsius or early February. This happened in Asia for the first time in history. According to a report by the Central Weather Commission, flood damage in India is increasing at a staggering rate. For example, the average annual loss for 5 years since 1953 is a 57.8 crores rupees, and for the same period from 2015 to 2019, already more than 26,000 crore rupees. This is an increase of almost 454 times. Sorry. Climate disasters are growing at a repeat pace not only in our country, but throughout the world. Moreover, in recent decades, there has also been a sharp change in the geophysical parameters of our planet, and magnetic field, and an unprecedented increase in the number of strengths of earthquake and volcanic eruption, which is absurd to try to explain by the influence of the anthropogenic factor. Look at this chart. It shows how dramatically the number of earthquakes of our planet has increased over the past 20 years. Moreover, the number of significant earthquakes with a magnitude of 6 or higher has increased significantly, and this is a very alarming sign. Look at this graph on the increase in the number of deep focus earthquakes at depth from the 300 to 800 kilometers in the mantle. According to the ICS database, their number has increased fivefold over the past 28 years. It is important to note that at such a depth, the substance is plastic. This earthquake has not fractured in the earth crushed, but burst of enormous amounts of the energy that can be compared to the explosions of the thousands of nuclear bombs. This directly indicates that anomalous activity, which had not previously manifested itself, is growing in the depths of our planet. Thanks to the collaboration of scientists from different fields, it was possible to identify the cause of abnormal change and the increase in disaster. Every 12,000 years, our planet goes through a series of climatic disasters: supervolcanic eruption, destructive earthquakes, hurricanes and storms, deadly floods and megafires. A sharp change in the temperature by 10-15 degrees Celsius. All that happens due to change in the Earth core. The core synchronizes and stabilizes all processes of our planet and has been stable for a long time, but in 1995, dramatic change began. The rotation of the planet has accelerated. The Earth's rotation axis has sharply changed this trajectory. The North Magnetic Pole began to move faster, increasing the speed by 3.5 times. Glaciering began to melt Antarctica and Greenland. There was a sharp increase in the number of earthquakes around the world, including at the bottom of the ocean. The imbalance of the system led to the fact that in 1998 there was a shift of the core of the North toward Siberia. It was also found simultaneously with the Earth core shifts occurred of our planet, on the other planets of the solar system. And then climate change began just like on Earth. All this indicate that this process affects the entire solar system. Extensive heating occurs around the core of our planet, which leads to sudden heating and the rise of magma. This causes hot magma to move from the core to the surface. Rising magma heats the ocean from the bottom up, and the rate of this heating is catastrophic. In 2023, the ocean got warm to record level on the history of observations. The overheat ocean provides enormous energy to tropical cyclones, and the result they become more powerful, intensify faster, and travel further into the continent. Hot magma hits the Earth's crust and causes intense evaporation of both groundwater and surface water. All this excess evaporate waterfalls in the form of abnormal precipitation and provokes sudden destructive floods. Even India residents who are accustomed to the rainy season note that some regions are flooded so often that they are no longer suitable for life. In our country, the problem of frequent lightning strikes is becoming more and more serious every year, from which huge number of people die. According to the annual report, the overall increase in lightning flashes in India over the past 5 years was 53%, with some states seeing a 300% increase. But the most dangerous thing that happened during the 20,000 year cycle in the catastrophic eruption of volcanoes and supervolcanoes. Each cycle is accompanied by supervolcano eruption. That is, can be seen the graph. Such eruption lead the ice age and mass extinction of the planet. According to existing calculation, we will fully enter this cycle at the end of 2024. But today, supervolcanoes is different parts of the planet. Taupo of New Zealand, Yellowstone in USA, Campi Flegrei in Italy are showing signs of activity, and the magma is rising in them, which means that we are getting closer to a terrible critical point. I want to appeal to every person who present here now. The cataclysm that we have to deal with today in India and around the world are not accidental. They are associated with cyclical changes. that repeat every 20,000 years. The growth of this climate disaster is so rapid that life on the planet will soon become unbearable. The climate threat we are facing now is something we have no experience with. It's crucial for every person to study the real cause of the climate crisis and processes that are happening with our planet, to speak up about the global catastrophic changing and create demand to all world leaders to unite the best scientists from around the world and create all conditions for their successful work. This means ending all political and economic disputes and a temporary halt to all military conflicts. Please don't stay idle. Verify and study this information for yourself and start sharing it with others in all possible ways. We need to save our lives and our children. Thank you.